Hey everybody, Rebecca the Stager here. Let's talk about how to set up a living room. Okay, so here we have just a very basic living room setup. You know, not all living rooms are the same. Some are small, some are huge, some are more complicated to put together than others. But for our purposes here, we're just going to show a very simple living room setup. Now we already have the basic furniture set up here, but notice that the couch and the two chairs are in a U shape. That's because every living room needs to basically have a conversation area. This is where potential buyers are going to picture themselves sitting with their families and their guests, and you want to do it in a U. Of course, sometimes you can't do it in a U, sometimes it's in an L, sometimes it's just a couch and a chair. But again, for our purposes, we're going to show you the ideal setup, which is a U shape. Now, in this setup, notice that the two chairs are matching. Again, you do not have to match your chairs. We've matched them here, that's just what fit with the house, but they don't have to match, they only have to coordinate. Now, this living room is two things. It's dark and it's small. So we had to choose furniture that looks good in the space. We did a mid-century modern couch because we're catering to a young audience here. We want to make it look kind of modern. Also, it has a nice slim profile, and the two slipper chairs on the side are also very slim. A slipper chair is a chair that doesn't have arms. Note too that everything is a light color. That's because the walls are so dark, we want the furniture to pop a little bit. If we have more sun in the space, we can be a little more lenient. We can use a gray sofa or something a little darker, but in this case, we really needed something light so that the room looks light and fresh. That said, since we have kind of boring furniture, we've used a pattern rug to just make it look a little more contemporary, pop a little bit, and something out of the ordinary. So we don't have all neutrals. The rug kind of catches the eye. And let's talk about the importance of a rug. In a living room, you must have a rug. Must. The only time maybe is if there's carpet on the floor. But a rug defines your space. And since you're carving out a conversation area in a living room, you need something to define the space. And that is the purpose of a rug. The same thing goes with a coffee table. You must put a coffee table in front of a sofa. You don't have to have a traditional coffee table. It doesn't have to be a coffee table exactly. It could be a trunk or a stool or a bench, but you must have something in front of your sofa. That completes the conversation area. One of my biggest pet peeves is seeing a sofa with nothing in front of it. Don't even get me started. Also, I think I should recognize here that the rug is turned perpendicular to the sofa. Normally, we would put it horizontally along the same line as the sofa. But I think in this room, when we did it, it was like wall to wall and it looked too tight. So it's okay here because we want to show the prettiness of the wood floor. And is it perfect? No, maybe not, but it works just fine. Okay, so we have our basic living room setup. We have our couch, our chairs, our rug, and our coffee table. And notice our coffee table is glass. First, it's mid-century because it looks kind of cool, but the glass makes it light, so it doesn't take up a lot of visual space because you know it's a small living room. But then just notice how that furniture and that rug and that glass, it's all kind of popping and it's coming out and making that dark, woody room kind of come alive. And notice when I say pop, I don't necessarily mean color. I think that it's common to think a pop has to be color, but I don't think every room gets color. Not every house needs color. So this is just neutrals and it still pops. So okay, right here we're gonna put a big tree next to the sofa to make it kind of come alive. Then we're gonna put a little side table and a nice glass lamp. Now we're gonna start layering our pillows. We've done a basic stripe, two bold navy stripes, and a modern shag pillow in front. Just 4 pillows, not matching, coordinating, but not really matching. And then on the coffee table, we've done a silver bowl with green topiary balls and a stack of coffee table books. And nice and contemporary and clean. You don't need to over accessorize. And there it is. That is your living room. So basic and simple. So I think the key actually to good staging is not knowing what to put on, but knowing when to stop. It's kind of restrained. It's sophisticated. You don't need to overdo it. And again, we don't have too many bright color. We don't have any bright colors really, but we did pop in other ways with the pattern of the rug, with the pattern of the pillows, and the brightness of the furniture. So again, 3 things to remember when you're setting up a living room space. You want to try to put things in a U or something like a U to create a conversation space. You want to use a rug to help define that space, and you must use some kind of coffee table. That's it for me. This is Rebecca the Stager. I hope to see you again on our next videos. Don't forget to hit subscribe.